from the station that's working for you. You're watching Fox 4 News at 6.
They came to Northwest Missouri on business, then vanished. Tonight, authorities expand the search for two missing Wisconsin men. I'm John Holt.
I'm Lauren Halifax. Those two men are brothers who work in the cattle business, and their families say they haven't heard from their loved ones since Sunday morning. Investigators found their rented pickup truck in a park and ride lot abandoned near Holt, Missouri. That's in Clinton County, about 45 minutes north of downtown Kansas City. Fox 4's Sean McDowell's working for you live with what's next.
Well, Lauren, family members of Justin Daimel and his brother Nicholas say that they just did not make their trip back to the Badger State on Sunday as they were expected to. Numerous police agencies are searching for those brothers who, as you mentioned, they work in the livestock industry, and that search added foot soldiers in two locations on Wednesday afternoon. Those two cattlemen hail from the north side of Wisconsin. 35-year-old Nicholas and 24-year-old Justin came here to check on some cattle. According to their families, the family filed a missing report with police this weekend when no one could make contact with either of those guys. Police are searching the area near I-35 of the Holt exit, which is near that commuter lot where the truck was recovered. Officers from several agencies were searching a Caldwell County farm north of Bramer earlier today as well. These smaller communities are unaccustomed to so much police activity, but a spokesperson for this multi-agency task force says they're teaming up in hopes of finding these men.
Even in small rural areas, you have to be prepared to work any type of investigation, and that's why it's really important with these major case squads where several agencies can send investigators in to help out, whether that be detectives coming in or crime scene.
They're prepared for anything. In fact, at that scene in Bramer, one sheriff's deputy told me officers still aren't sure if the Daimel brothers are alive or not, but they remain hopeful. Police involved in this case are also hopeful, and that's what led them to set up a TIPS hotline just for this case so that the public can continue to give them useful information. If you have anything that can help, the chief who you met moments ago in that story asked that you call this number, which is slightly different than the TIPS hotline we usually give you, so check it out. It's 816-632-TIPS. One more time, 816-632-TIPS. The chief also indicated that the investigation would continue into the coming days until police get a better idea of what's happening, or hopefully they locate these two missing men. Sean McDowell, Fox 4 News.
Thank you, Sean. New tonight, a man shot by Kansas City police earlier this week is now charged. On Monday, an undercover detective went to buy drugs outside a gas station near 6th and McGee. Other officers arrived to make an arrest. Court documents say 30-year-old Kenyon Harrington pointed a gun at police officers. That's when one officer shot him. Harrington now faces drugs and weapons charges. Dozens of victims say thieves emptied thousands of dollars out of their bank accounts. And now police in Clay and Ray counties are warning you to watch your bank statements after a big case of stolen credit card information. New on Fox 4 News at 6, Kara Moshik's in Excelsior Springs with how police are working to track down those thieves.
Excelsior Springs police are still seeing dozens of reports roll in as people realize their accounts are being drained by these thieves. Now their task is trying to find where this happened and how the thieves got their hands on all those stolen credit cards.
You work so hard for your money, and then somebody just comes along and takes it.
Kimberly Tapia is angry after someone tapped her bank account. She checked her balance Tuesday and noticed it was almost empty. There was a huge charge, almost $400, at a Jefferson City grocery store called Gerb's.
Then I started seeing this stuff on Facebook, and so I called the Excelsior Police Department and told them where I thought it happened at.
Jared Dagley's wife got wind of this post shared on a community Facebook page. Fraudulent charges made across the state, and sure enough, the Dagley's account had been hit too.
It was over $400, and then before she could even call the bank, there were two more charges, and they caught the third one, so they did get us for over $800.
Excelsior Springs police also warning residents online. Several people say their card info was stolen after using this Walmart gas station, but others hadn't been there. Police are still trying to pinpoint which locations may have been targeted and if skimmers or hackers are to blame.
We're just lucky we have that community page, and everyone really was alerted pretty quick about it.
Now those hit by the breach are hoping police catch who's responsible while they still pay the price for what happened.
And it's the entire community. It hit a lot of us, and it's going to affect everybody for a while because it takes time to get your money back.
Police here encourage anyone who notices suspicious activity on their account to please report it, and also call the police department in the city where you notice fraudulent activity happening. Kara Mashik, Fox 4 News.
Tonight, Kansas City's police chief is reacting to this video of ICE officers busting a car window to arrest an illegal immigrant in Kansas City. It happened Monday. Federal agents arresting Florencio Milan Vasquez. Kansas City police officers were there, called by ICE to assist, as seen in the viral video that caused an uproar. Tonight, Chief Rick Smith is defending his department's actions. In a blog post today, Chief Smith writes, quote, "We believe the presence of KCPD personnel was a stabilizing factor in this incident," end quote. He adds, Kansas City police would have assisted any other law enforcement agency in the same situation. As it turned out, the illegal immigrant being detained by the feds had been deported just days earlier and come back to the U.S. illegally again. You can see the chief's full blog post in the story on fox4kc.com.
Late today, Jackson County prosecutors filing charges in a homicide from earlier this year. 54-year-old Stevie Rambo is charged with second-degree murder. Prosecutors believe he shot and killed Lynn Armstrong on July 5th near 93rd and Myrtle. According to the charging documents, Rambo and his girlfriend got into a fight that night. Then Rambo and Armstrong exchanged words. Prosecutors say Armstrong fired a gun into the air 3 times. They say Rambo later shot and killed her. A pilot's death in Bates County in a plane crash last month is now being ruled an accident. 80-year-old John McConnell died on June 10th. He was flying from Florida to Olathe. His plane started having engine problems, and he tried to land it in Butler, Missouri, but he crashed into a grain bin. The Bates County coroner today ruled that McDonnell died from the injuries he suffered in the crash. A Buchanan County jury found a St. Joseph woman guilty of drowning her son in a bathtub. The jury found 29-year-old Sydney Jones guilty of child abuse. Her 6-month-old son, Keith, died in 2017. Her attorneys argued the little boy's drowning was an accident, but prosecutors argued she held the baby down in the water. She faces 10 to 30 years in prison.
Multiple reports tonight that tomorrow could be the day Overland Park-based Sprint gets the green light to merge with T-Mobile from the Justice Department. The Wall Street Journal reports the Justice Department will sign off on the $26 billion deal as long as the 2 carriers agree to sell some assets to Dish Network. That is in the process of happening now. The 2 companies, the 2 telecoms, announcing the merger back in April of 2018. The FCC must also approve the deal. It has signaled it will. However, a group of states' attorneys general have filed a federal lawsuit, still trying to block that merger. North Kansas City-based Cerner reporting increased revenues in its second quarter earnings today. The health information technology giant reporting $1.4 billion in revenue, a 5% jump over the second quarter of last year, also falling in line with company expectations. Cerner does report lower cash flows, calling it due to higher capital spending on projects.
6 people are in the hospital after a crash in East Kansas City. The crash happened at Cleaver 2 Boulevard in Elmwood late this morning. Police say a man was driving too fast, lost control. The car crashed into this tree. Officers say the man and the woman in the front were not wearing seatbelts, and 4 children in the back seat were not restrained either. A revolt against higher tax assessments may be underway in Jackson County. A coalition of urban core groups is fighting to roll back huge assessed value increases. The top priority for the groups is to extend Monday's deadline for appealing property assessments to September 1st. Community organizers say too many low-income homeowners face challenges trying to get their appeals ready in a short time.
We are in danger of experiencing a situation where those who are the least advantaged and the least privileged will in fact possibly have negative impact on their home ownership and in danger of in fact perhaps losing their homes or being displaced.
Leaders are urging anybody who's concerned about higher property assessments to attend a town hall meeting. It's this Friday night, 6 p.m., inside the Metropolitan Missionary Baptist Church on Linwood and Olive. County officials have been invited to attend to explain the appeal process.
Tonight, Lenexa police are asking for your help to catch an armed robbery suspect. Officers say a man robbed the Phillips 66 gas station near 87th and Lorette. Police say the man wearing a red and black windbreaker went into the building with a gun and robbed the place. They have not said how much he got away with in the robbery. Call Lenexa PD if you happen to know anything. Meantime, Kansas City, Kansas police are looking for a man who needs his medication. Officers are searching for 41-year-old Kevin Murphy. He has not been seen since July 9th, last seen leaving his job near the Legends. Anyone who might know where he is asked to call KCK Police.
Oh, those annoying robocalls. The new plan now to try to stop them.
A Metro museum in need of a makeover. The effort underway to make that happen from a local guy done well. Fox 4 News at 6.